Our next presenter is an amazing woman. I know her personally myself, and she is the managing partner of the Toronto Women's Equity Lab. She's also on the advisory board for the Women's Equity Lab's national organization. Women's Equity Lab operates an all-female investment fund, and it's across Canada. It's actually in the US as well now. And WEL's mission is to increase the representation of women investors while prioritizing funding for women-led businesses. Sally is an active angel investor and is a member of Maple Leaf Angels as well. So please join me in welcoming Sally Morris to the stage.
Hi there. I'm here to talk about how we are unlocking capital for women-led startups. But before I get to that, I want to talk about the demographic and financial phenomena called great wealth transfer and what it means for women in the innovation economy. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this. Oh. There we go. By 2030, women are expected to control 2/3 of global private wealth. And additionally, 2/3 of the wealth transfer over the next 5 years will be in the hands of women. In Canada alone, women will manage over $4.7 trillion by 2028, nearly double the $2.2 trillion held in 2023. With the result that women will soon control more money than ever before. And how we use that money has the potential to have an enormous impact for generations to come. We already know that women make 80% of consumer and philanthropic decisions. We're more educated, have greater career aspirations, expect higher pay, and stay in the workforce longer. So we can't afford to have women's capital sit on the sidelines. Less than 25% of angel investors are women, and less than 3% of venture capital goes to women-led businesses. But you can't just plug women into the innovation economy that they haven't been a part of. Crucially, women invest differently than men. We see ourselves as caretakers, not growers of money. And 1 in 4 women are not comfortable making financial decisions. And crucially, women don't talk about money. There's an enormous opportunity to unlock women's capital, but their perspective has to change. Women need to see themselves as economic engines in this country and drivers of innovation, with their own agency to make the investments that they want to make, to build the types of portfolios they want to have, and to measure their investments the way they see success. But early stage investing isn't like regular investing. It's risky and it's hard work. And you don't learn it in school. And that's where Women's Equity Lab comes in. To empower women to be more active investors in the innovation economy and to unlock capital for women-led startups. It all started 7 years ago in Victoria, BC, with 23 women who saw the glaring gender imbalance in this investment class and set out to change it. Our strong belief is that who writes the checks makes a difference as to who receives the checks. We created a platform where women can gain access to early stage deal flow and their founders, learn how to invest alongside other women and experienced investors, and increase their leadership and representation as shareholders. And then we codified the process and made this into a repeatable model. And here's what it looks like today. 6 established investment groups across the country, with 2 more coming in 2025. And these 6 groups have invested 19 funds since 2017. And those 19 funds have made 54 investments in startups across Canada and in the US, with 70% of these businesses being women-led. And WELL has worked because it's hyper-focused on being accessible, using minimal at-risk funds, and doable, where the investment work is both guided and shared by the MPs and LPs. And importantly, particularly for women, it doesn't just focus on ROI, but what we call LOI, learning on investment, an approach that facilitates real learning about investing in this asset class. And here are our results. WELL has invested over $5 million and has created over 400 female angel investors who are now empowered and confident to be active in this investment class. I've gone through how it works from an investor's perspective. Now let's look at the end result of how this has worked for founders. I'll take you through one of WELL Toronto's portfolio companies, Ecosystems Informatics Inc., and their journey with WELL. ESI was founded by a brilliant woman, Shahrukh Ali, a PhD from McMaster University, and is based here in Ontario. They provide intelligent area monitoring for air pollution analytics using AI-powered air quality monitoring and real-time data air quality sensors. ESI matched our investment thesis with a preference for women-led startups in Canadian early-stage companies. We took them through our investment process with our LPs conducting due diligence, writing an investment memo, resulting in a recommendation to invest. Each fund typically evaluates 60 to 70 companies over 12 months, with 10 to 12 of those making it into due diligence, and us funding 4 to 6 ventures a year with investments of $50,000 to $80,000. Our LPs get involved in all aspects of the investment process, from deal sourcing, screening, and due diligence, to monitoring and reporting of investments. And here's the result for ESI. Our $50,000 investment was partnered with another $175,000 in co-investments from our limited partners. And then our partner, the BDC Thrive Lab, based on our pre-qualification, invested a further $500,000. So the total to ESI of $725,000, or 15 times WELL's initial investment. And 2 years later, ESI is raising another round, and WELL Toronto will put it into our deal flow again and share it with our 5 other active WELL funds. I'll end with a quote from one of our portfolio company women founders, Connie Lowe of Three Ships. She adds perspective on an equally important role that active and engaged women angel investors can and do play in the ecosystem, because being an angel investor is about much more than just writing a check. WELL Toronto has been an invaluable supporter of Three Ships, not only with funding, but more importantly with coaching and development. Their group of angel investors has helped us on numerous occasions, particularly in HR planning. They have provided expert guidance to myself and my co-founder in HR best practices, and worked with our people ops lead to develop team management processes tailored for a company of our size. Knowing how important HR and people management are to a fast-growing startup, WELL Toronto's involvement has been instrumental in our journey thus far. Thank you very much.
You might be wondering now, okay, I want in, Sally. I really want into this. So Sally, how do they go about participating and finding out more information?
Yeah. If you go to our website, womensequitylab.com, there's a place both for people interested in participating in our funds to add their name, and there's also a place for companies that are looking for funding to post their companies.
Okay, amazing. And I'll share that I've invested in a couple of funds, and when you think about angel investing and you think about doing something with regards to supporting startups, you probably think, oh, I don't have $1 million, or I don't have $500,000 or $100,000, but you don't need to have that amount of money. It is very reasonable, and it's something that I'm sure almost everybody in this room would be able to do if they're interested. So it's very accessible, and I encourage you to go check out the website.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Sally.
Thank you.